Oh, oh my God. Can y'all see me? I can see me. I can see me. Can you see me? Hmm. Oh, you see me? Oh, I'm live. Okay. Thank God I am live. Hallelujah. I'm live. I think I'm on the wrong live, but I'm live. Okay. Like, okay. Woo. Y'all, let me take this glasses off. I look stupid. Okay. Is it lagging at all? You see and you hear me. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. Okay. So I'm still trying to figure this out, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hold on. I got to figure this mess out. Okay. Ooh. Okay. I'm good. Okay. Thank you, Juju. Like, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm good now. All right. Let me just um let me just say hey. Um I greatly apologize for being so late. It was not intentional whatsoever. It wasn't something I was trying to do. Unfortunately, the program for which I had to go ahead and live stream for decided to be like, nope, and just left me hanging. It really left me hanging. So I'm really, really sorry, you guys. I'm terribly sorry. It was not intentional whatsoever to keep all of you guys waiting, and I'm pretty sure I am still on the wrong live, which I'm finding out that I am. Y'all, this has been a learning experience. Do you hear me? Learning experience when I have never, y'all, I have never been so stressed out with something in my entire life. So we're going to talk about everything that we're going to talk about right now is going to be about hair porosity and what we're going to do with hair porosity. I have got to figure out how to get the live stream link that you're on right now because I don't even see it. Ha! I found the link. Okay. Y'all bear with me 1 second as I push to get this link out. Um, Everything is going super slow on my computer right now. So I'm really, really sorry if it seems out of whack. Like, this is my first time. I learned a lesson. I learned a valuable lesson because y'all, y'all, I am sick with being late. So I'm really, really sorry that I'm so late. I'm really, really sorry that all this didn't go on. The great part about technology is that it works when it wants to, not when it's supposed to. So I'm sorry. I'm having to resend out the messages I sent to the people who wanted to join can join. So if y'all bear with me for a second, get something to drink, get some popcorn, pop something, eat a snack or something, pick your nose. I don't know what you're gonna do, but just do that because I gotta get this. I gotta get this right. And I apologize. Y'all just do not understand how much I feel bad for doing this to y'all. So please forgive me, truly. It wasn't intentional by any means at all. If y'all can just continue to bear with me, y'all. Bear with me here. Let me just get this right. We're going to jump right into the topic at hand, which is going to be porosity. It's going to be all about porosity. It's going to be all about making sure that you guys understand the importance of knowing your porosity because natural hair products, especially, are entirely too expensive. Um, if I honestly had to be honest with somebody about how much money I spend on natural hair products, I would be amiss in regards to it. I wouldn't want nobody to actually know how much money I actually spend on my hair care products. So we're going to make sure that I can talk to you guys on how to make things happen. Who is it? Kasia, don't tell me, don't be laughing at me because I didn't know how to work it. I didn't. I'm old, okay? Just getting back into this social media thing has been enough to drive me absolutely insane. I'm good. I can't get with it. Um, no. No, we good. Okay, so now that we have all this together, I'm going to try to make sure I keep an eye on the chats. If you guys have questions in between there, please feel free to put them in the chat. I will be sure to respond to them as much as I possibly can. I am looking at you guys, looking at my notes, looking at a screen, looking at another screen. It's quite a few different screens on my screen right now, and I'm a little overwhelmed with it. I ain't gonna lie, my anxiety's kind of like tripping at this current time. So please, y'all, please bear with me when I'm going through this. Um, please. So again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. If you don't know me, my name is Nicole. I am the owner of Crown Queens LLC. It is a business. Don't try to steal it because I'll come for you. Okay, don't come for me. I won't come for you. Okay. My goal is to do videos on properly maintaining and growing healthy natural hair. Now, my hair was at a bald fade. You guys can see the video of which I talked about that. And I've grown my hair out substantially since then, so I love it. The key thing I had to learn about my hair was porosity and making sure that I understood, what porosity was and what it meant for my hair. And in doing my YouTube videos and just talking to different people, I'm learning that a lot of people don't actually know what porosity is and they don't realize why it's so important. So we're going to talk about that. So there's 3 different things that are really important to know about your hair, and that's texture, type, and porosity. So what is texture? Texture is your density of your hair. Is your hair fine? Is your hair medium? Or is it coarse? 9 times out of 10, if you are a melanated curly girl, your hair is coarse, okay? Your mama burnt your ear with a hot comb at some point in time in your childhood. But hair texture, not necessarily as important as porosity. You also have hair type. That's kind of a chart that somebody decided they wanted to make it easier. Basically, instead of saying, I got good hair, you can say, no, I got 3A hair. Ooh, I got 3A hair. 3A hair, good hair, bad hair, hairy hair, it's just still hair. Okay. Now there are a lot of products that market they serve 4A or 4C hair 10 times better because typically if you're in the 4 range it's more coarse hair. Okay. So your hair type is almost a reflection of your hair texture. But porosity. Porosity has to do with your cuticles, how your cuticles lay in your hair. If you're not really all that sure, it's the thing that surrounds your hair strands. Cuticle. It's a cuticle. Okay. So porosity tells how your hair strands are able to absorb and hold moisture. Okay, so basically, when you put water in your hair, does it soak it up like a sponge or does it just sit there like a cheap Dollar Tree paper towel? Okay, so what can determine that? A lot of it is genetics. Just like anything else you have going on, your DNA tells you a lot of what's happening with your hair. However, comma, how you are able to chemically process your hair. If you dye your hair a lot, if you bleach your hair a lot, if you color your hair a lot, you're going to change your porosity. Okay, it's going to end up changing because you're putting a chemical process on your hair. Heat exposure also changes the hair porosity. So you'll notice that somebody who straightens their hair a lot, their hair tends to change. It doesn't seem to do the same thing, and that's because the porosity of their hair has been changed through changing the cuticle structure with all that heat. So why is that important? Well, it's important because if you're using the wrong products on your hair and you're always like, man, I'm spending all this money, I'm watching all these gurus and they're telling me what to do with my hair and I'm sitting here doing it and my hair don't look like her hair. Well, you know what? You may not have the same porosity type. So it may not be that you're not following directions step by step. It may just be that, you got a different porosity, baby. And how that product affects your hair is going to be something totally different. Your washing routines. How you're washing your hair makes a very big difference on your porosity type. If you're washing your hair with the wrong temperature of water, the wrong type of shampoo, if you're co-washing all the time, protein treatments, all that, it makes a difference on the porosity. Your hair can't absorb things that you're putting on your hair if the porosity isn't the correct, if the products aren't for the correct porosity. That also is a thing because if you want healthy hair, that grows and flows down your back and you ain't got to pay for that 22 inches, okay? You want to just grow that? You need to know your porosity. It makes a very, very big difference. So how do you find it out? So you can go to your stylist. Your stylist can tell you. If you want to go pay somebody to tell you, hey, go pay somebody to tell you. Oh, hey, Faye. You want to pay somebody to tell you, feel free, go ahead and pay them. But I personally prefer to just do the two things I can do at home for the free. You can get a glass of water, okay? Get a glass of water, something like this, okay? A glass of water. Put your hair strand in and let it sit. As y'all can see, or maybe cannot see, I have my camera hidden so I can't see. I put a hair strand in there, and my hair strand, after about 2 to 5 minutes, sunk to the bottom. And why did it sink to the bottom? It sunk to the bottom because I have high porosity hair. So if it floats, it's low porosity. If it sinks, it's high porosity. If it stays in the middle, it's low porosity and don't nobody got time for you to get off my live chat. Like, I'm mad. Extra mad. Big mad. Okay? Now I'm playing. You can also do the slip and slide test. So what's the slip and slide test? Basically, take a strand of hair, like so, slip and slide. Wasn't that Trick Daddy's on? I think so. Anyway, so you slip and slide. When you're slipping and sliding, you're pretty much going up and down the cuticle, okay? High porosity hair typically is bumpy, okay? So you'll go up and it's kind of a little bumpy. Mine is bumpy. Low porosity hair is normally really, really smooth going all the way up. Smooth, okay? Well, that's how you know the difference. With normal porosity hair, honestly, maybe it's my fault, but I don't know how the bump test helps with that. I don't feel like the bump test helps with normal porosity because what are you supposed to have? Like smooth bump, smooth bump, smooth bump, smooth bump. I don't see how that works. So what is low porosity hair? Low porosity hair typically has a difficult time holding moisture. My youngest daughter, Jade, has low porosity hair. Basically what happens is I can sit here and douse her hair in water. I will wash day, come over here putting all the water on there, and the water will just come clean off. And it's like I barely put any water on there, but I know I just put all that. because it doesn't soak in the hair. Instead, her hair goes like this and then poof, expands. Okay? That's what happens every time. So I have to continuously put water on her hair when I'm washing her hair for the moisture to stay in there. It also dries really, really, really quickly. So my dry time on a wash and go may take me 2 days basically to dry. But for her, her hair is dry like that. It doesn't take anything. Especially after I wash, I have to put more water in it to comb it through because it's dry like that. No towel, nothing needed. Well, with high porosity hair, it does the opposite. My hair holds water. My hair loves water. My hair holds on to water like water is the last thing on this earth to do me good, okay? That's what it'll do. So for me, I don't have an issue with my hair drying quickly in at all. In fact, my hair be like, dry what? Dry who? Dry you. Nah. Okay? So it also tangles like extremely easily because the cuticles are open. So my hair is like on a regular basis. And because my cuticles are more open, they're more like this, humidity. Humidity is my enemy, okay? Because it just makes my hair swell like that. So how do you take care of low porosity hair? Well, one of the number one things I can sit here and tell you is do not use heavy products. Don't use them. When you use a lot of the heavy products, they just sit on top of the cuticle instead of being absorbed into the cuticle, and then it ends up weighing your hair down. So you have this weighed down feeling to your hair. And you're thinking, oh, well, maybe, this product, it sucks so bad. No, the product wasn't for your porosity type. So you want to use light products like hair milk. So you ever go to the store? I know I've done this a few times, especially when I was new and natural. When you go to the store, they came out this new product line, and you're like, I don't even know which ones I need, what products I need out of this product line. I'm going to buy the whole entire thing. Then you end up with 7 different products in your wash and go, and you can't figure out what to do. Well, that's what happened to me before. I don't know if it happened to you, but it happened to me. Knowing your porosity helps you from having to buy all those extra products you really don't need. So for low porosity hair, I highly recommend that you use a hair milk. Hair milks are moisturizing, but they don't have as much as a heavy part as a leave-in conditioner would. Typically, your leave-in conditioner is a thick conditioner, unless you have a spray conditioner. There are some spray conditioners that are really light. They're not too heavy, okay? You also want to use products that have things like shea butter and jojoba oils because they're very thin. They won't weigh the hair down, and it soaks in really, really well. I also recommend that you co-wash when you're doing it. You don't need to strip your hair as much because not as much of the product soaks in like as with high porosity hair. And you also want to make sure that you're rinsing your hair with cold water after your conditioner to seal your cuticle after you let it absorb as much as it could with your conditioning product. Now, high porosity hair, it can become extremely limp and breaks extremely easily, okay? So for me, I have to use leave-ins. I use a leave-in just about every single time. I have spray leave-ins, I have cream leave-ins. Really, I listen to how my hair feels. If I feel like I really need to do a thick leave-in, I will. My TGIN Repair leave-in is my boo thing because it's light, it's moisturizing, and it's heavy enough to soak in there, but not so heavy that I can't put other products on top of it. You also want to make sure you're using a moisturizing, clarifying shampoo. So I like to clarify because I do wash and goes a lot, and I'm heavy-handed with the gel. So I like to make sure that I'm getting all that product off of my hair and off of my scalp. So I clarify about 2 times a month. I'll use a clarifying shampoo. Clarifying shampoos strip the hair a lot more. So you want to make sure that you're putting that moisture back in by using a moisturizing clarifying shampoo when you have high porosity hair. You need to make sure you're maintaining the moisture for your hair to gain more smooth in the cuticles. Style on wet hair every single time. Every single time. Every single time. If you can do warm water, even better. You want to reactivate that cuticle and say, hey, wake up with that warm water. Soak this in, please. Then I'm putting up in here. Soak it in. It's really important. I'm a big fan of deep conditions and heat caps and all that. But you have to understand there's limits depending on your porosity types. The biggest thing that you have to pay attention to, in my opinion, with porosity is protein. Okay. So low porosity hair is protein sensitive, which means it gets easily overloaded quickly. So you have to be really careful to not use a whole bunch of protein products when you have low porosity hair. Now, if you have low porosity hair and you just so happen to have some products that are protein, if you use it in moderation, like anything else in the world, if you use it in moderation, take care of your hair properly, of course it can work. But if you're using a protein line and you're wondering why your hair is not doing what it needs to do, baby, you got protein overload. We'll get to that though. But with high porosity, we need protein, but protein overload can also do the same. We can experience protein overload as well. I like to do a protein deep conditioner at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, depending on the styles that I use. And that is because I will be able to tell what my hair is doing. I'll be able to tell, do I need to do something extra? Do I need to do a protein treatment? Do I need to do a deep condition or not? I deep condition twice a month as well, and I use a shower cap in the shower and heat, or I use a cap. Now, one rule of thumb to me is actually read the instructions on your deep conditioners. Y'all don't get a deep conditioner and leave it in your hair for 24 hours and it says 7 minutes. You may not need 24 hours. You may need maybe 10 minutes, maybe more than 7, but pay attention because these products are made to do a certain thing. And when the products are made, they're made to affect certain porosity and achieve certain pH balances in your hair. If you are to do too much, you will not get the results you really want and could possibly end up damaging your hair. So what is protein overload? Basically, it's too much protein. It's protein overload. You can also do a moisture overload, which is too much moisture. So just like yin and yang, there must be a balance between the moisture and protein in your hair, which is why it's important to rotate your washes, how you do your washes, okay? A sign of protein overload is that your hair gets really, really limp. Your curls do not pop. The curls, be like, dang, my curls really, they're not really like doing what they normally do. They just kind of like wavy. They used to be really, really tight curls and now they're not doing what they're supposed to do. You may have too much protein. If it's feeling brittle and you're starting to shed a lot more, you may have protein overload. You need to pay attention to how much protein you have in your hair. And if you really want to look at what proteins you have in your hair, look at the ingredients in your product. If you do a Google search of common protein products in natural hair or protein chemicals in natural hair products, you will actually be able to see the chemical names of protein additives that are put in those particular products. And you'll be able to eliminate what you have. Oh, this has protein. Okay, maybe put a little red sticker, protein. Now, moisture overload is the same thing, but it's just too much moisture. So instead of your moisture affects your elasticity, so your hair won't bounce back. You know how you get to see the YouTube gurus, and man, they get their curls and they like bloop, and they like bloop. This is bloop. My oldest daughter loves to pull on my hair and let it go pop. She just likes to see it. She told me that last week or so. And that's because I have the right amount of moisture, so it bounces back. But when you don't have the right amount of moisture, you affect elasticity, and it won't bounce back. It just sags. It feels gummy. Even though you're putting moisturizing products in it, it just doesn't seem to get soft. You have moisture overload. So the way to correct that is to balance out your products. Typically for protein overload, it's about a 4 to 6 week recovery. You can get it done faster than that. I'm not saying that you can't. One great way to get protein that's trending right now is rice water. Of course, everybody loves rice water. That's one way to get it done. You also have the opportunity to add more moisturizing products into your regimen. Avoid coconut oil. Coconut oil is protein rich, so that doesn't make sense. Use things like aloe vera gel, the aloe vera liquid you can buy, or honey, products with honey in them. That way you'll be able to get the wonderful the balance back in for your hair. For a moisture overload, you can do a protein treatment. You can add protein products back into your regimen. Use oils like avocado oils, coconut oils, those kind of oils kind of help out a lot with making sure that you can get the moisture back in your hair. So I know that was a lot in a short period of time, but I really wanted to make sure that I went over that, because as I'm going through all these things with you guys and showing you guys all these videos and telling you all these tips and tricks and this, that, and the other, it's important that you understand that what works for my hair may not work for your hair. And it's not because of the fact that you're not doing something properly. It's because my porosity and your porosity may be different. So don't go spending $80, $90, $100 on product lines without doing your research and understanding what your hair needs. If you know what your hair needs, you'll buy what your hair needs. If you know you a size 6, you're going to buy a size 6. Stop trying to fit into a size 2. Same exact principle. So that's pretty much all I have to go about it. I would love to do Tuesday talks with you guys in regards to just different hair things. I'm going to try to go live and do it right this time. Trust me, it'll be right next time, because I'm going to know what I'm doing. Oops, messed that up today. Sorry. I'll know what I'm doing next time, I promise. And next week, what I would like to talk about, and maybe you guys want to talk about it too, I don't know. I would like to talk about makeup. We'll do some date night routine makeup. And I really want to talk about depression, anxiety, mental health within the Black community, especially with the Black mothers. So we can either talk about that, we talk about makeup, we're talking about a hair haul, whatever y'all want. Definitely leave me a message, put in the comments what you guys think you may want to see, and we'll go from there. I'm all for it. I will be posting another video tomorrow, so stay tuned for a video tomorrow. We'll be dropping. Another one may drop on Saturday, I don't know. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Turn your notifications on, because I drop random videos, okay? So we're going to try to do Talk Tuesdays again next Tuesday. Again, let me know what you guys want to talk about. We can talk about it, what questions you may have. Please don't judge me on my hair today. This is a 4-day-old braid out that didn't dry all the way. So again, that high porosity, your hair takes forever to dry life. That's my life. So thank you guys again for being so patient, for tuning in, for watching my video, for coming in, for supporting me. I'm so grateful to you for it. I hope that you guys have amazing evenings tonight. Love your family. I hope you guys have great days tomorrow. Keep your crown up high, and I will see you guys next time.